Some viewers may find the following video disturbing. Viewer discretion is advised.
Hi! Thanks for joining us. Today, we are going to be talking about the newly released Scream 6. And I have a special guest hosting me this way. Here we go. Corey, introduce yourself. Say hi.
Hey everybody, I'm Corey. Huge Scream fan. Love this franchise. So honored to be here. So thankful for the invitation to sit down and talk with you guys about the movie. Hope
All right.
you've been able to
So-
see it, if you liked it.
The question is, what's your favorite scary movie? So specifically Scream. What's your favorite Scream movie?
Ooh, I don't know. It's between like Scream 2 and this one. I really enjoyed this one, but Scream 2 has like a special place in my heart.
Okay, I can dig it. I really like the first Scream. I don't know, it's cliche, but I really like the first Scream because Billy was probably my favorite, Ghostface. After that, maybe 2011 Scream. I like that one because it kind of refreshened the series a little bit, kind of like what this 5 and 6 are doing. So it kind of gives a little fresh breath of fresh air. But pretty much, Scream 6. We have our core 4 from the last movie, the survivors. They've gone to New York, enrolled in NYU, I assume. I don't know if they specified. But in New York, Ghostface has followed them. Not only Ghostface, but we got a couple copycat killers out there. And pretty much it follows the story of Scream. We got the Ghostface going after our main characters. We got Tara, who's the youngest sister, aka Wednesday Addams. And we have her sister, bigger sister Sam. Now, I don't know what any other roles that this actress has been in, but she did a great job in this movie. Like, I'm sure she's going to have a couple offers.
Mm-hmm.
What did you like about the movie? Like, what was your favorite scene?
My favorite scene, it was just so fast paced. I mean, I always love the ending with like the post monologue ending when the killer finally gets their comeuppance, which is generally in the form of them getting stabbed a lot. So I tend to be applauding during those scenes, but it was a very tense movie, very tense, very suspenseful movie. I was a couple times was watching it just like this. I love scary movies, but I don't like the violence of it. Like the I don't need to see it to know what's happening, to know it's bad kind of thing. So a lot of the movie I was just like this, but like the end with when the killers were getting what they deserved, I was like, yeah.
Right.
Yeah.
Now, see, I'm almost the exact opposite. Like I mentioned before the show that I'm not really big into scary movies, but I do love me like some violence. Like I can't wait till the John Wick movie come out, chapter 4. I like the more violent, the more I'm into it, and I feel like this Ghostface for this movie more so than any of the other Ghostfaces I've gotten was really like bloodthirsty. Like he was with it. There was one scene that was with what's her name, Gail Weathers, and he came to her apartment.
Yeah.
And this is the swiftest Ghostface I've ever seen in my life. He was out running bullets. He was just there, Johnny on the spot. But that scene, I liked it, but at the same time, I was so pissed off at Gail for being so stupid in this scene. Like, the whole part of her, and again, we're going into heavy spoilers, so, just FYI. The whole scene where she has the gun, and she's in, like, the freaking safe room, practically, but she wants to be dumb. She leaves the room in order to find Ghost. I'm like, why didn't you just stay in the room? You had a phone. Hang up, call the police, and stay in the room with the gun, where there's one entrance, one exit, and you can just, if he come in, pop, pop, pop. That pissed me off.
That strategy has been like I question every Scream movie where they've had a second floor where they can run to. I've always been like, why not just run to the second floor, barricade yourself in a room with a weapon and just wait. There's one way in, one way out, and bash that MF in the head if he tries to come through. And she finally gets to that point and then leaves the room. I'm like, this is not your first rodeo. What's happening here? That was
You would think she would be more smart, consider she's a legacy character. She's been through this before, right?
yeah. That made
But
more
yeah,
sense. In certain instances, you don't need to be that proactive. You just let the
right.
fight come to you. Choose that battle, or let that battle choose you. But that was an intense scene. I was watching it like just like this. I can't watch anything happen to Gail. I can't do it.
Oh man, yeah, she just made a bow off the skin of her teeth. I was surprised. I was surprised.
Yeah,
But there was the whole mysterious boyfriend, right? Okay, so we're going to talk about our suspects because as soon as I was like, I want to say I was like a good 35 minutes in, and I was like, okay, I know who the killer is. I know who the killer is. And by midway through the movie, I had three suspects. And number one on my list was this guy right here, Mr. Wayne, right? Wayne Bailey. Number two on my list was the boyfriend. I said, hold on, something suspicious about this man. I don't like him. He's number two. And then because of the whole thing about them saying, every Scream movie is kind of self aware. So they have like the breakdown of what usually happens in a scary movie, right? And Mindy, one of our core four, the sister of Chad, she mentioned how, this is, a franchise now. So everything has to be bigger, yada, 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 yada. So I was like, okay, I definitely have a third suspect, and it was the geek friend. I don't think I got a picture of him, but the geek friend. So those were my three suspects from like midway through the movie. What about you?
I definitely picked on something weird about Ethan. Um, just he
Ethan,
was
that's the
kind of like this.
boyfriend.
No, that the boyfriend is Danny. Danny didn't really strike me as suspicious. He was kind of he was kind of weird, but he didn't really strike me as suspicious.
Okay,
But definitely Ethan,
the
like
geek one.
the geek guy, and even Quinn. Like I was looking at their character posters with the knives. Quinn
Hmm.
looked crazy holding that knife in her character poster. Like there's something in her eyes. And for the last Scream movie, I was able to pick my killers based off their little their mask pictures.
Okay.
I got a sense that it was Amber because the way she was holding it down here looked like she was about to put it on herself. Like
Hmm.
start this new wave of like she was passing the torch to herself. And then with Ethan, he just on his character poster, he looks like he looks like Evan Ross or what's his name from American Horror Story.
Oh yeah, yes, I saw
Evan
very
Peters.
heavily. Yeah, Evan
Yeah,
Peters.
just like Evan Peters
Yes,
playing one of his
I
more
I
like
see it.
villainous characters. I'm like, okay, something off about him. And then
Hmm.
the detective Bailey, I thought it was him because how else would they have been able to acquire all of that Ghostface stuff, like all of that
Yes.
evidence? Somebody had to have like an inside, you know, attached to be on the inside. That's how I felt
Facts.
about it.
The moment when Ghostface showed up at the therapist to kill the therapist, that's when I was like, hold on. He just found out about the therapist in the last scene. Suddenly, someone's killing the therapist. That's how I was like, yeah, it had to be him. But the big reveal at the end, where of course we see what's his name, Ethan, and the father, Mr. Bailey, and the daughter. The daughter's who shocked me. Honestly, I wasn't
Yeah.
suspecting her. Um, how did you feel about that final monologue?
I, I was kind of rolling my eyes through it. It wasn't the worst monologue, but I'm kind of like, all right, we get it. And it just kind of went on and on and on. Like they each had to say something to her. I'm like, man, if somebody doesn't start swinging a brick or slashing a knife or something, I need to see something because y'all are pissing me off. We
What
get it.
pissed me off was his acting, Mr. Wayne. I'm like, hold on, he's been in several, shows and movies by now, but he was like really overselling it to me. I was
Yeah,
like, what's going on? A little hamming it up for the camera.
yeah, it was.
But we also had the return of even though we didn't have our main legacy character, which was Sydney, she didn't return. Apparently there was some like pay disputes behind the scene, but they did bring on Kirby Hayden Panettiere.
Yay.
I know she did a great job. It was nice to see that she is a cop now, bringing down bad or FBI agent, bringing down bad guys. And I want to say like they left her death kind of open ended the last movie that she was in. So I guess she survived And she's taking down baddies. Love to see it.
Yeah, I felt that she was very well utilized in this movie, a
Hmm.
lot more so than I think Scream 4. But I really liked seeing her back. She kicked a lot of ass in the movie as far as I was concerned.
Hmm.
Um, I enjoyed pretty much every scene she was in, and they kind of had me going for a second. I was like, "Oh my god, is she the killer?" Wait.
Yeah, at the very end, I was like, suspicious, but I was definitely on Mr. Wayne. But there was how do you feel about the whole connection between Sam and her father Billy, which is of course the first Scream Ghostface from Scream One?
um, when you say how to feel about the connection, like, do I think it's like a? I'm sorry. What do you mean?
Like, so do you think that they tackle that well? Like, I for me, I feel like they kind of tried to do something similar in Halloween Ends, where there was this connection between Jason and that newer character, but it didn't really have like the follow through. Kind of, it didn't make as much sense the more the movie went on. And Scream 5 and 6, I kind of like that they add in like this. I don't know if it's psychosis. I don't know if it's like, is she really seeing him? Like, I still don't know. They really haven't made it quite clear. But for what we've had so far, I feel like it's been handled better than it was in Halloween, and as far as like connection between one killer to another.
I see. Yeah, definitely handled a lot better than in Halloween. Halloween, I don't even think they knew what they were trying to do. So I think here we have like a clear agenda. I feel like they're trying to set us up for Sam being and ultimately being a killer. Um, um, but I think that the way that she is, I guess, being affected by her father's presence, whether it's inside her mind or, outside in the world, like having to see the mask and hold the mask, I think it's handled very well. I mean, she is not completely unhinged. She's able to sort of use it to her advantage. And
Hmm.
I'm interested to see whether or not the point is going to come where she can't, where it's just kind of like it takes the reins of her.
Hmm.
I'd be interested to see that, and if she can come back from that. Um, but I think it's used well. Yeah.
You know what? I saw the movie with my nephew at the movie theaters, right? And at the end of the movie, we were thinking we feel like they're building up to a movie where it's going to be Tara against Sam. Because there's that connection there. Of course, that sister connection. They're the only two that they have. Like, it's only them. And I feel like the split is going to happen between maybe the next movie or the movie after, where it has to be that Sam, like you said, kind of gives in, or gives into her darker side, seeing her father and having this murderous instinct, and for whatever reason, possibly turns against Tara, or they find themselves on opposite ends. I feel
Mm.
like that's maybe where they're headed with this.
Yeah,
Mhm.
I get that impression as well. And it's something it's something you'd hate to see, but it's also like, ooh.
Yeah, I can't wait. I can't wait to see it. I'm like, oh, this is going to be a story. I can't wait. I'm here for the drama and the melodrama.
I love drama. love.
Mhm. I love the drama. But overall, to wrap this review up, what did you think overall? You giving it a thumbs down? You giving it a thumbs up? What did you think?
Oh, two thumbs up, definitely, and two thumbs
Mhm.
up, just like this, because that's exactly how I was watching the movie. Like, oh my god, oh my
Which pretty
god,
close to us.
it was great. It was great. I can't wait to see it again.
Awesome. So for me, right, of course, I'm going to give this a thumbs up. It was entertaining. I was entertained through it. I like the kills. I like the story, like, the connections that were made, and we get to see the development of these characters. But one thing I didn't like about it was, unlike in the last movie, Scream, or for all intents and purposes, Scream 5, they in Scream 5 they weren't scared to kill characters off, as we saw with the deputy.
Mm,
But this movie, I felt like they were almost scared to kill off main characters, because none of the core four were died. It seemed
yeah,
like almost no one of consequence died in this movie, even though the kills were like really well shot and like interesting, and specifically the one with the shotgun at the convenience store. But I just wish that they were. It felt like they were scared to get rid of these characters. Just I guess it's because they just introduced them or what. But I feel like the stakes could have been higher if they killed someone of importance. But yeah. Other than that, I enjoyed the movie. I give it a thumbs up. And if you like our video, don't forget to give it a thumbs up and join us next time for some more reviews. Corey, welcome back anytime. Thanks for coming on.
Thank you guys for having me.
No problem at all. We will see you guys later. Bye.